Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are y'all feeling this morning?
Tired.
All right, well, it's fine that you're tired because I got something that's going to wake you all up. At your desks, there's do nows for each of you to do. You can do them in groups, and it's just going to refresh your memory of everything that we worked on yesterday in class. All right, so get started. All right, everybody, you did a great job on your do nows. I was walking around listening. You all had great ideas. So can anyone tell me what we learned about yesterday? Yes?
Angles.
Yes, yesterday we learned about angles. And can anyone tell me what kind of angle this is? Yes, John.
That's a right angle because it has, it's 90 degrees.
You're right, it's 90 degrees. And how did you know it was 90 degrees?
It has a little box inside.
You're right, so the right box shows that it is a 90-degree angle and a right angle. Okay, so can anyone tell me what this angle is? Yes.
It is an obtuse angle
You're right, it's an obtuse angle. And how did you know it was an obtuse angle?
because it is longer than a right angle.
It's larger than a right angle, you're right. So a right angle is 90 degrees, so an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. And then the last thing over here, can anyone tell me what this angle is? Yes, Jackie.
That's an acute angle
And how'd you know it was a acute angle?
because it's smaller than 90 degrees.
You're right, so a cute little angle is smaller than 90 degrees. So now that we know about these angles, we're going to add it, this is yesterday's lesson, we're going to now add it into today's lesson about triangles. Can anyone tell me what a triangle is? Yes?
A shape with three sides.
You're right, a triangle is a shape with three sides, and triangles also have something else in common other than the three sides. They also have three angles inside of them. So today we're going to tie in yesterday's lesson about angles to today's lesson about triangles. So first, we already identified this as a right angle, and if I draw this to it, it becomes a right triangle. And this is a right triangle because it has one right angle inside of it. So now, the next triangle we have, this was an obtuse angle, as we said, and if I draw this line into it, it becomes an obtuse triangle. Does anyone know why it's an obtuse triangle now? Yes.
Because the angle is larger than 90?
Okay, so this is an obtuse triangle because it has, you're right, an angle larger than 90 degrees inside of it. And finally, we have this angle. And if we turn this into a triangle, it becomes an acute triangle. Can anyone tell me why that is? Yes?
Because the angles are acute.
Yeah, it has an acute angle inside of it. Now, if you look at it closely, you can see that the right triangle has one right angle in it. The obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle in it. And the acute triangle actually has three acute angles inside of it. And that's how you can tell the difference between the three types of angles. All right, everyone, so now that we learned the lesson, we're just going to learn a little song to help us remember about right triangles, obtuse triangles, and acute triangles. So if you see over here, there's a 1, and a 3, and an R, an O, and an A. And this will help you remember that there's one right angle in a right triangle, one obtuse angle in an obtuse triangle, and three acute angles in an acute triangle. So there's a little song that's on all of your desks, and we're just going to go through it and sing it together one time to help you remember, okay? So I'm going to count to 4, and then we're going to start, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. These are the number of angles that you need to see. R-O-A, R-O-A. Right obtuse acute is the way. All right, great job, everybody. All right, everybody, now that we learned the chant and you all have one at your desk, you can use your chants and everything we learned today to help you with the activity we're about to do. There's triangles on each of your desks, and you can come and put them up on the board. If you have a right triangle, put it with the right, obtuse with the obtuse, and the acute you can put on the side of the acute angles. All right, so everybody go. All right, great job, everybody. Everyone put all their triangles in the exact spot that they needed to be, so good job. One question I had was, this triangle looks a lot like a right triangle. So how did you know that this one was an acute triangle?
It did not have the square in it. That lets me know that it's 90 degrees.
Exactly, that's correct, and that's a common mistake that a lot of people make. You don't always have a protractor with you to distinguish the exact degree of the angle, but one way to know is that this square will always be in it to show you that it's a right angle. All right, everyone, we did a great job today. At your desks, there's one last sheet of paper that you can all fill out independently. It's just a review check of everything we did today. And tomorrow when you come in, we'll be learning about how the different sides of angles can be shown to be different triangles. And tomorrow you'll be coming up with your own chants to help you remember that material. So have a great day, everybody.